he been speaking recently about Top Rank and PBC doing business together, making fights together and stuff, and they been actually in meetings
Mm.
recently. So they in meetings talking about certain fights that they want to make coming up, and possibly talking about networks because you already know Top Rank they're leaving ESPN in the summer because their contract
Mm.
up. And I did hear that they was, going back to the table to talk with ESPN to go with a lower rate than what ESPN was paying them for fights. But I haven't heard anything about that recently in recent weeks since I heard about it a couple weeks ago. So right now, Top Rank do have a relationship with Amazon Prime with the Japanese fighters that they have under contract, now and anyway, and Nakatani and some of them other guys that they have. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
do have a relationship with Amazon Prime where they could get a deal done with Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? That would be a likely thing that could possibly happen. I don't see the zone happening. It's not happening for sure. I can say that for sure. And there are
Hmm.
other networks as well, man. So I wanted to get your opinion about this, man. PBC, Top Rank, they linking up, man. They tapped in, man.
I feel like it's a lot of reasons why this happened. I feel like it should have been happened. A lot of fights that we talk about would have happened a lot sooner. But I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's kind of a tactic to take Turkey down. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like it's partially that. I feel like it could be partially that. And also Top Rank was in a bad position to lose ESPN and take a lower deal and stuff. So
Facts.
um I'm gonna be real. I'm surprised PBC just ain't try to buy them out because really PBC all they really need is their top fighters to fight PBC's top fighters. That's all they need from them. Y'all could have just bought them boys out. They're in a bad predicament already.
Facts.
So that's what I expected to happen. But this is a desperate move for Top Rank, in my opinion. It's a desperate move, and but it's also gonna be a good move for Top Rank. It's a bad move for all them top fighters and Top Rank that's been not been able to fight the top fighters in PBC and top other top fighters because now y'all got to fight now. So overall for boxing, it's a good move though. Overall for boxing, it's a good move because a lot of fights that you always wanted to see, whoever at the top, they're gonna have to fight now. Them top rank boys they ain't gonna be sitting there fighting nobody. They got to come outside now.
Facts. Facts. Facts, man. And just to add to that too, like with 2 cents was good with you. Salute, salute. Hey, subscribe to 2 Cents Boxing on YouTube, man. It's definitely
I
got
got
some lit content on the boxing for sure, man, for sure. Um, yeah, man. Just to add to that, with the fights they got, bro, like obviously I know they've been talking about, Tank mainly with, Bob Arum.
you.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
he was talking about, trying to make fights with Tank Davis, which is um you can definitely see, Keyshawn, obviously Keyshawn Davis and Lomachenko.
I'm glad.
Yeah, like, and then you got other fights, of course, Sebastian Fundora,
Mm-hmm.
Xander Zayas, you know what I mean? So they got a multitude of fights to have, you know what I mean, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's great for American boxing because they got Top Rank, they got a lot of strengths that they have that some may be a weakness for PBC. And then vice versa. PBC, they have strengths that they have. And Top Rank, they got weaknesses. So they'll be able to pick up, each other's weaknesses and work
Mm-hmm.
together, and they can really mess the game up in America and just boxing in general as well, for sure. And I just see that this Top Rank and PBC move, bro, this merger, it's a beautiful move for American boxing, bro. Like it keeps everything stabilized for real. Just know Top Rank just got to get them a network. Once they get them a network, which is I'm pretty sure I can see Amazon Prime for them for real. It just
Yeah, I can
looks
see that. I can see
if
that.
they're working with PBC, then I don't see why PBC, Al Heyman would try to, help them get in a situation with them as well. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like I said, Top Rank, they already have a relationship with Prime, with Amazon Prime, with Nawa anyway. So and the other
Mm-hmm.
Japanese fighters that they had.
But let me
So
tell you this though. You know who really took a loss from this deal though?
oh,
American fighters that's with the zone, like Boots, over the side with Eddie Hearn and stuff like that. Now he
talk
really took a
about
loss from this. That's who took a loss from this.
Talk about
Boop,
it, bro.
Boops took a lot, and I ain't gonna lie. In his defense, it ain't like we could have seen this coming or nothing like that. But Boops really took a loss because the guys you need to fight over there at PBC and Top Rank, they not with Eddie Hearn or over there with Turkey. Nobody worry about them or nothing like that. So
Facts.
American, the way I see, I ain't trying to sound bad, but it's really
Big play
segregating
sports was
boxing, bro.
good, bro.
It's really segregating boxing, bro. Nobody don't want to see American fighters fighting for Eddie Hearn. We don't want to see that.
Facts. Facts. And just even with Boots, bro, and then Shakur, like even a guy
Mm-hmm.
like Shakur, bro, you was just on Top Rank, man. And you know, all like I said with Shakur, all the fights that he wants is over there with PVC and Top Rank. He
Mm-hmm.
chose to go over to Matchroom Boxing to fight over there where Eddie Hearn has no fighters over there. And
No fighters.
then on top of that, the fights that he do want is with Golden Boy, and Oscar asks Shakur to sign with Golden Boy, and you can get these fights easily. Shakur didn't want to do so. He wanted to sign with Eddie Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. He struggling to get these fights over there. You know, he had the Kid Austin shit, and that didn't work out. And now he got the situation where him and Zapata, they both available now. We'll see if they make that fight. But like I said with Shakur, you had an easier route to get bigger fights if you would have probably stayed over there at Top Rank, or you would have, you know what I'm saying, obviously took the one fight deal with, with Tank on the PBC last year. But
Mm-hmm.
before he chose to, take the easy route, man.
My thing
Man
is
want
who
easy money, easy money. I mean, easy fights for big money, bro. And that's just what Shakur's type is on. But with this merger, it's like, bro, like they're going to be able to make all these fights easier. So if you would have been on Top Rank, you would have been in the mix for all of this.
my problem is
Yeah.
who validates. Okay, when you think of Eddie Hearn, who do you think of? Anthony Joshua, right?
Facts. Hell, you
That's
think of
it.
all the UK fighters.
That's it. You don't think of nobody else. So I don't know who made Eddie Hearn look like a great option for American fighters. He don't even have an American fighter that he built.
Facts.
He have American fighters that want to go over there. They want to go over there and see what he did with Joshua and see what he doing with Eubank and Conor Benn and stuff. Them all UK guys. You not. That's not your fan base.
The two says you're right. He said Eddie Hearn is the star match room. He didn't
Bro,
build AJ.
bro,
And
think about it, bro. Name an American boxer that can really sell out UK. Think about it.
Tank,
That's it though. And Tank
Tank,
definitely ain't mess with Eddie Hearn.
Tank.
You get what I'm
Tank
saying?
can,
So
PBC, they can make that fight if they want to go out there by themselves, you know what I mean?
yeah, Eddie Hearn, bro, that was a
Eddie Hearn has a track record, like I've been saying for a long time, that he has not done well with American fighters. He
exactly,
don't
man.
get he don't get them no big fights. He don't give them big opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like he set all of those American fighters up to fight the Europe bombs. And people don't be caring to watch them fights half of the time, man. That's just the fact of the matter, man. Like it's just real nasty work, bro. Like, you know what I
I'm
mean?
hoping. Now, what I'm hoping is, I'm
Just
hoping.
think about it with Top Rank and PBC, they merging. Where does that leave Golden Boy, Matchroom, and Queensberry, and all the other companies that's out there? You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? You can
Matt.
say Pro
Yeah,
Box TV is rising up, but that's kind of the prospects majority. They do have some of the vets be on there and everything and
but
stuff to mix it up.
you know,
Jerry
Golden
Jones has
Boy.
some fighters, but all of these other companies, bro, all of them been letting Turkey run their company over the
Exactly.
past couple years, and
Mm-hmm.
now Turkey's about to end up taking his money away when he starts up this whole TKO boxing shit with
Mm-hmm.
Dana White. So now it's going to make these promoters do their jobs. They're going to have to do their job again now
Exactly.
because the money going to be gone.
Exactly.
So what they gonna do? That's the question. What are y'all gonna do when Turkey is out of here, out of boxing? Because he's basically leaving boxing in fucking 16, 18 months. So
Exactly.
what are they gonna do? That's the real question.
They're
And
gonna look
that
stupid.
question is unknown because you already know with Golden Boy, they ain't putting on no great fights for real. Like they
Mm-mm.
don't put on no they putting on Thursday night fights with their
Mm-hmm.
prospects half like all the time. And then they have a fight here and there, but they ain't doing shit over there. You look at Matchroom, they do a lot of fights throughout the year, but they're not putting on the fights. No, when they come up to big matches, they'll put one of their guys and send them over to another, company like
bro.
PBC, and
To
they
be real,
headline and they take the money and cash them out over there. They're not putting on their own big events over there for Matchroom. The
yeah.
Queensberry, we already know they ain't doing nothing but fucking with the heavyweights for real. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's just like all of those three brands, they got it's time for them to finally do their damn job because Top Rank and PBC, they're doing their job. PBC, both of these companies, Top Rank and PBC, they've been putting on the biggest fights over the past 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Since Floyd Mayweather was fighting Pacquiao. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying in general, bro, like
I
they
think I ain't
gotta
gonna lie.
they gotta understand like PBC and Top Rank, they about to run the whole game. The whole game. And it's well needed because they gonna do it the right way. Top Rank and PBC got the fighters. Top Rank,
Mm-hmm.
they know how to build up their prospects along with PBC as well. But PBC, they know how to build they prospects in the stars, in the pay-per-view stars. Actually, you want to be real. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
They're building pay-per-view stars. Top Rank, that's something that they lack in, where
Mm-hmm.
PBC can them working with them, they can fuck around and start doing so. And once they learn what they doing, you know what I mean?
To be
And let me
real with
read
you,
some of the go ahead, go say what you're gonna say. Then I'm gonna read some of the comments. Go ahead.
to answer your question, you was like, "What them boys gonna do?" I'm gonna tell you what I want them to do. I want them to go out of business. I do. I want Queensbury and all to go out of business because everybody might as well sign the Top Rank and a PBC and just let it all be. Let the top fighters be signing the same promotion companies, bro. We don't need all this other stuff no more. We don't need we couldn't fight because the contract, the mob company. We don't need that no more. I hope they go out of business. I hope Turkey, they find out he phony, and by the way, by the time they find it out, it's over with. And now they got to join PBC and Top Rank. That's what I see happening. I see it's gonna hit them so hard they're gonna have to join in. They're gonna have to join in. It's just what's gonna unless you're going back to Turkey and that boxing league stuff he got going on. But no,
Shout out to my boy Brian King, man. I see you in the building, man. For sure, bro. Let me go ahead and get you right. I'm gonna fuck with my boy. Okay. And yeah, let me read 2 cents. He said,
did Top Rank have
my
better
boy,
be?
I said big play. My boy, big play sports. She said I missed Showtime. 2 cents says Eddie Hearn is who other promoters go to when they want their fighters to get wins.
Mm-hmm.
The Big
In
Play
UK.
Sports says Eddie Hearn does better promoting the fight when he's the B side, kind of like the Katie Taylor versus Serrano. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Who says Eddie Hearn gets his fighters' ass whipped. He a horrible promoter, which that's a fact. Eddie Hearn be getting his guys whacked out there, dog. Like Ammo Williams last year with
Mm-hmm.
Shiraz got him whacked, bro. Like just badly, bro.
The only thing
Um,
I will give UK, like I told you offline, I feel like UK, the Wembley Stadium, those UK stadiums be selling out pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the only thing I would give them. Outside of that, I'm not doing no business with Eddie Hearn, man.
The 2 cents said to be named to be changed. He said the name to be changed from Matchroom Promotions to Feeder Promotions.
Theater promotion.
All Eddie fighters is food. Said Top Rank don't want no pay per view stars. That's a fact. Not competition good for the market. Yeah, facts. Big Play Sports. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Top Rank used to have Bitter Beef? Yeah, they still got Bitter Beef. You said Top Rank and PBC are the biggest boxing entities. Facts. Facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
Those all facts. PBC don't need no trash ass fighters. BVO talking about
Who does
salute
Golden Boy
Turkey
got?
and
Is
Dunn.
Garcia still with Golden Boy?
BVO was good, my boy.
Is
He said
Garcia still with Golden Boy?
who?
Ryan Garcia, he's still with them.
Yeah, Ryan said. I remember Ryan had a recent interview. He said he got think he got one more fight on the deal from. He said one or two more fights on his deal with Golden Boy. So he got like
Yes.
two more fights with Golden Boy, and then he gonna be a free agent. So basically, the fights that he got this year lined up, Rolly Romero and Devin, if
The
they
top
get they
dog,
fight.
Devin Haney, boy, the top
You know what I'm
dog.
saying? Devin Haney. Yeah, that he'll be done with his deal, man, for sure, man. Hey, yo, what's good, BVO? You said Killer Care, Cleveland runs boxing. We are back, Uncle Al and Jake Paul. Facts. Hey, for sure, BVO, man. I definitely come on for sure, bro. And I definitely got to have you on mine for sure, bro. We could just definitely link up and work for sure, bro. You Cleveland, I'm Cincinnati, man. Ohio, then let's link up for sure. He said, Big Play Sports said Showtime knew how to promote fights well. Shame they went under. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it was Showtime really didn't go under. They just went. They wanted to go a different direction with their
Mhm.
content. They wanted to, started doing a lot more shows and stuff like that. So they just went away from all sports, just
Devin
not even
Haney,
just boxing. They went away from all sports. You feel me?
the
So
dream.
but PBC with Amazon Prime it's a beautiful sight to see, bro. I love PBC with Amazon Prime. They the big it's the Prime Video is the biggest app in the world, bro. Like it's like top 3 biggest app in the world, bro. So
Uh-huh.
like PBC, that's the right move to be over there with Jeff Bezos and Prime Video, man, for sure, for sure. He said Cleveland is the only place in Ohio.
You
Hey,
see,
chill out. We ain't
you,
doing that, man. You already know it's about the natty, man, for
hey, hold on,
sure.
bro. I'm from Cincinnati too. You can't say that now.
You
Hey,
know it's about that natty, man.
you see what he said? Devin Haney's my favorite punching bag. You see what he said?
Hey, Devin Haney, bro.
Bro,
Hey, he got to
don't hit
he
that
do his
punching bag no
thing.
left hook. The whole bag gonna fall out. Don't hit no left hook.
Facts, man. So let's go ahead. So speaking of Devin Haney, let's talk about the